on the hand.
Hey, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? What is good? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central from IE Sports Radio, your place for all things sports. Good to be here. Good to be here. Obviously, lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff to talk about. I mean, Georgia sports are much love, much love. So, of course, going to talk about the Falcons, right. Continue to catch some dubs. Georgia, a little bit of struggles against Florida, but again came out with the dub as well. Georgia Tech sliding, bro. Georgia Tech having a rough season. Talk about that just a little bit. The Hawks, obviously, they having a rough go of it as well. Since the last time we talked, they were 2-2. Now they're like 3-5 or something like that. Yeah, so some struggles there as well. Atlanta United, bruh. Atlanta United. I told you guys I'm going to start trying to get my soccer game up just because, I'm not that big of a soccer guy. But I am an Atlanta United fan. Whether or not I'm a big soccer guy, if you in the state of Georgia, I'm cheering, right? So, they pushed some limits. They pushed some limits this past Saturday, right? Pushed a game 3 against Messi and Inter Miami in Miami. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And the first college football playoff rankings came out, man. I mean, I can't talk about the Georgia boys without talking about that, right? I'm gonna go through the whole top 25, give my little thoughts briefly. I think that's pretty necessary considering the stuff we're talking about anyway. So, see you guys in just a bit. Show coming on the way. Georgia Sports Central from IE Sports Radio. Yo, I cannot get enough of that music, bro. The intro music is fire. So what's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy ACS. Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your place for all things sports. What's good? What's good? It is Wednesday. It is 8 a.m. and this is when I go live to talk Georgia sports. So anybody who's here with me, I appreciate it. There's lots to talk about today, obviously. But I like to start the show off with some more, not just to jump right into the games and stuff. I like that you sort of engage with the audience a bit. And first of all, I'd be remiss, and I'll give you the where you can find it. I have other sports shows that I'm on. We sort of talk about some things, and one thing that I literally told myself after this weekend that I was going to mention in even in not sports scenarios, I'm going to mention it because it was it is the greatest thing I've ever seen on a football field. And again, I've been watching football for quite some time, right? Saquon Barkley did a backwards hurdle over a defender this weekend. Let me tell y'all something right now. You one hand catches, you can practice that shit. Tip drills, all of these things that happen in sports that are amazing when it happens on the field or on the court or on wherever. And you're like, yo, but a lot of this shit you can practice. I'm going to tell y'all something right now, bruh. You ain't practicing no backwards hurdles after you just spin moved out of some stuff. You're not doing that. The wherewithal and the mind on Saquon for that, that's the greatest single move I've ever seen in football, period. And again, I'm 47 years old. I like to keep it real with y'all. I'm an older cat. I've been watching football and sports in general for quite some time. And I've never seen anything. I mean, I've seen some stuff that's been close, but not like that. Go back and look at the play, bro. He does a spin move and he sees dude coming, and that was his natural response, was to sort of turn backwards this way and backwards jump over a dude. Backwards. You ain't even looking at the cat. So shouts out Saquon Barkley, man. I can't, I got to give respect where it is most certainly due. And when I see things over the weekend, when I'm watching football, and some things I just jot down in the notes of every note that I make. Saquon just made the play of probably the century. I don't know how you can change it. There's helmet catches out there and there's all these other things. But that, now, you might say where it came in the game, second quarter, and the Eagles. It wasn't something that was like decided a game or anything of that nature. As a matter of fact, the Eagles almost lost that game. And I ain't talking about the Eagles right now, but they did, right? Yeah, Saquon, shouts out, bro. I'm sorry, I have never seen anything quite like that in all of my years of watching sports, man. That was incredible, man. So shouts out. Shouts out for real. And also, real quick before we get to this first break, man, I did want to ask you guys, right? What defines your sports hatred, right? As sports fans, I mean, there's teams that you dislike, there's teams that you hate. What defines it? Why do you, right? And the reason why I asked this is because I had an interesting sort of two of my homies, man, brothers from another, man, especially PJ. Shouts out PJ. What's good, bruh? If you're watching, I asked him this question, him and his brother Jonathan, because they're both Patriots fans. They're from Massachusetts and things of that nature. And so I asked him, I was like, who do you hate? Because the New England Patriots dominated the sport for quite some time. So when you ask that question, they hate the Jets, right? That's what they said. And I was like, well, why? They never beat y'all. Of course, there was that Sanchez stretch where they kind of did a little couple things, but like, See, my sports hatred is different. It's kind of weird, I guess, because they say they hate the Jets, and I get it, but I'm like, but the Jets have posed zero threat to you in the past, like from the time Brady got drafted into that whole era of Patriots football, right? Right? You could say, why would you hate the Jets? They has posed zero threat to you in this entire time, right? And so that's sort of when it comes to me, right? When it comes to like hating teams, it's like you got to beat them, beat me a bunch. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be them hand, give me them hands. And so when it's like the Falcons, when it comes to their division, there's hardly ever a time when the same team wins this division back to back to back. So there's no domination there. It usually revolves around the four teams in the division. I mean, it's been a while for the Panthers, but the Bucks, the Saints, it ain't been that long. And the Falcons, of course, like they normally rotate division winners. But when you were in there, say for instance, like the Packers, man, you know how I feel about them, right? It's like saying you hate the Lions. Why? I mean, I know recent events, yes, but why? You've held court over them for a pretty good reason. Not as much as the other teams in the NFC North. You know what I'm saying? The Lions have probably been and the Vikings too usually get a couple against the Packers. But what I'm saying is, what defines your sports hatred? Like, what makes you hate teams, bro? I'm curious to know what you guys, man. So I mean, I know it's there's not many people in the chat right now, but post under this video if you sort of is feeling what I'm saying, right? Because it's funny, man. If a team is not just like Packers fans, if Packers fans dislike 49ers, 49ers be giving us the business, right? Right? You talk about any other thing, right? If you dominate so regularly, I can't understand why you would hate teams. And then also the other thing that comes with sports hatred is also the winning factor, right? Right. If you win too much, folks will be like, hey, man, I can't even. Same thing is going on currently, right? Currently. The Patriots, right? Over their 2 decades of pretty much domination, they had a lot of haters. And you're like, why you hate them? I'm getting tired of seeing them winning. Well, that's I mean, that is a reason to hate. I understand it to a certain extent, but also at the same time, I'm like, right? It's just some weird stuff. So now I just want to ask questions, man. Put in the chat down below. What defines sports hatred to you guys? Like, what makes you hate a team? And look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Chiefs are brimming on. They are hated. I'm gonna go ahead and take they're hated, not by the mass majority, but I think people, when teams win a little bit too much, people start to tend to say, okay, I'm getting tired of seeing these motherfuckers win, right? That's how it goes, right? And so like you sort of you have to make that balancing act as a football fan and not look like a total hater. But yeah, man, there's several reasons, and I'm just reaching out. I want to know what makes people like legitimately dislike teams a lot. Is it because they beat you all the time? Is it because they're just simply a division rival, or is it because they win too much? Right? They went to. I think when it comes to the Chiefs right now, I'm not even a fan myself, to be honest, of them winning 3 straight Super Bowls, and that's not me being a Chiefs hater. It's just that, man, that to me personally, in this league, in the NFL, man, in this day and age in the NFL, a team two Super Bowls is a thing. Teams should not be able to sort of run through this league and win 3 straight Super Bowls. I think if the competition in this league is thus where the fact that a team can do that, I don't know how I feel about that, right? So as a football fan who is a fan of National Football League, I like to think that the competition is stronger than to let just one team win 3 straight Super Bowls. That's 8-0 right now, right? So I don't know, I'm very curious. Every time I get to talking with fans, and I meet people and they're football fans and we talk, I like to ask, and not just football fans, but sports fans in general, like, what defines, like what makes you hate a team, right? What gives you that thing where and again, the examples are always, the most one I hear is they beat us all the time. That's the one I hear the most. The other one I hear is they win too much, right? And then it trickles down to other teams as well when it comes to some of that stuff. So yeah, I just you know how I do, man. When I come on here, I like to ask the audience some things and see how, gauge you guys, see how y'all are feeling about a couple things. And yeah, man. So we reached out and said, what defines your sports hatred, man? Let's talk about it. We're gonna take a quick break. After the break, we talking Falcons. Make sure you follow IE Sports Radio. Anywhere you find your sports stuff, you can find us on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at IE Sports Radio. IE Sports Radio is also available on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music / Audible, Castbox, Deezer Podcasts, Addict, and Podchaser. And this last one I always get it wrong. I bet it's Gio Savan. I don't know how to pronounce that, right? And you can find everything else iesportsradio.com and iesportsradio.com/shop. I pulled it up last week. I should have got it ready. My apologies. Where they got a couple merch up there that you need to try to get your hands on if you can. And also, man, if you want to see about this show, episodes of this show, iesportsradio.com/Georgia Sports Central, you'll find it there. And you're right here at GA Sports, IE Sports Radio on, this is on X right here where you can find the @ as well. And also, I do more sports talk than just the Georgia sports stuff. Instant Replay is on my channel. You could search Instant Replay 706 on YouTube and you could find it there. Every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. we do the whole league, right? We talk about not just specific teams or whatever. We talk about the entire league and news and injuries and things of that nature. It's always a fun time. So, yeah, man, if you're so inclined to want to get some more football stuff, you can find us right there, man, right there. And Planet Jerky, Premium Beef Jerky. The jerky's on a whole nother planet. About to get to some ads real quick. See y'all in a bit.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your place for all things sports. All right, so I gave y'all, I fibbed, I lied, right? I'd like to keep it real with y'all. Before the break, I said we come back with Falcons. We're going to come back with Falcons. We're going to start off with Atlanta United, right? So look, I'm trying, y'all. You know, I as soon as I became the host of this show and sort of, I live in Georgia and to try to be the best host that I can be. I'm not the biggest soccer guy, right? I told y'all at episode 1, and every single time I'm going to tell you guys until maybe I become the biggest soccer guy. Who knows if that's ever going to happen, but I've been trying. So it's to get news. So just so I'm able to report on the stuff and sort of give you guys some, when I talk about the United, so to give you something that's not just reading stats and things of that nature, right? Because that's just not engaging at all. But again, not the biggest soccer guy, but yeah, I'm learning, I'm moving forward with things. With that being said, Atlanta United, let's go. Beat Inter Miami 2-1 this past Saturday to push the series back to Miami. Messi and the boys will be ready. Let's guarantee that. But yo, what a game, right? What a game. Literally went back and watched some of the stuff. A buddy of mine that I used to work with that I still see pretty often, he went to the game on Saturday. He said the second goal when it was scored was absolutely incredible. Hold on, let me get some things going on. Apologies, y'all. Apologies. I'm hold on, let's see something. I gotta do a couple things. Apologies, y'all. Apologies. Let's see. Oh, snap. Hold on. All right. Make sure that. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Atlanta United. So, no, back in Miami, Inter Miami against the first game 1, lost that game. Back in Atlanta on Saturday, game 2, he said that my buddy that was talking about that was at the game, shouts out Mario. He said that it was incredible. He said that when they scored that second goal, that the atmosphere in that place almost, shook to the ground. And if you've ever been to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, if you're talking about that place shaking to the ground, holy Holy crap. That's an insane thing right there to just hear. So he said it was loud in the place. Obviously, they got the next game is Saturday, November 9th. It's in Miami to sort of wrap up the series. Let's see what happens there. But look, man, Derek Williams would have headed to tie it up in the first. In the first at one in the first, right, just to keep it going. And then Xander Silver with the game winner, right? Silver with the late goal. Routine goal really was got it up, put him up 2-0. He popped the top, took the top off, got a yellow card for that shit, which was dope. But the crowd was hyping. That's exactly what you needed, right? And look, you're talking about an Inter Miami team that has Messi, greatest soccer players in the history of just sports, period, right? Greatest athletes in the history of sports, period. Greatest soccer players, probably Mount Rushmore. I'm not the biggest soccer guy, so I would like to have soccer people out there tell me, is he Mount Rushmore? Because I hear a lot about Messi. I see a lot of jerseys. I know he was on the cover of a couple FIFA games and things of that nature. So I'm guessing Messi is that guy, right? That guy. And look, don't take me as naive. I know who Messi is as far as that goes, but I'm just saying, is he Mount Rushmore when it comes to sort of soccer players in the history of that sport, right? Your boy don't know, again, not the biggest soccer guy, but so yeah, again, the next game is Saturday, November 9th in Miami, the deciding game 3. We'll see what happens there. And again, as I'm looking at it right as well, Lionel Messi carry Inter Miami past Atlanta United in game 3. We'll see, man. We'll see. He had a goal that was almost a goal. He had a shot at the net sort of late in the game Saturday that went over the top. So hey, Yu-Gi-Oh, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. As always, appreciate you. I hope you're having. Hey, I am so far, and it's just better because you're here, man. So I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So yeah, Atlanta United, man. Told you guys I'd try to start getting some more of this when it comes to the Georgia Sports, the United in here. And yeah, so we'll see what happens Saturday. Hopefully next Wednesday, when I'm doing this very show at this very same time, we have some celebratory remarks about the game on Saturday, right? But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough, right? It's going to be tough. I mean, we were 8 seeds. You're playing number 1, and you're going in there like that. So we'll see what happens. Personally, knowing what I do know, my limited, this is fire to see us even tie this shit up. So let's see what happens. Again, Derek Williams, was able to tie that thing up in the first. And then the whole game just pretty much 1-1 until we get sort of toward the end. And, Silva popped the top, man. I like to call that popping the top when you're in a sports, especially soccer, because they're the only ones that do it. That's the only time I see it done. You see it done other places, but when you take the shirt off, you about to fight somebody or anything like that, right? You're getting in the mood, you pop in the top, bruh. You pop the top off, and of course he got a yellow card for it. So they didn't care. They didn't care in Atlanta. They didn't give any damns about what happened in Atlanta when he got that yellow card, because they knew they pushed the series back to Miami. So shouts out Atlanta United, man. Shouts out, y'all. Keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling, bro. Let's hope next week's show I'm not up here disappointed with the with the just saying, oh man, it was great while it lasted. My stint as a soccer sort of analyst is, I didn't know. I got this shirt the inaugural year of the United, you know what I'm saying, a few years ago. So I didn't know that the lines would do that crazy shit on the screen. I don't know if it's affecting anybody's vision or not, but it's kind of messing right now with mine or whatever. So anyway, let me get this real quick. Let me get this. This. Give me just a second, guys. Just a second. All right. Here we go. All right, let's jump on to the Falcons, y'all. Let's jump on to them dirty birds. You know what I'm saying? Won 27-21 over the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys brought themselves, pulled up in Atlanta this weekend. The game was kind of closer, but I think if you watched it, the score was closer to kind of than what the game was or whatever. The Atlanta Falcons, look. Offensive line continues to play great. The Falcons, number 1 in NFC South still right now. Let's take a look at as I pull this up right here. Let's take a look at some of the statistics that come along with this game. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, here we go. Kirk Cousins, 19 for 24, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Got sacked twice for 12 yards. When it comes to the Dallas passing, obviously Dak Prescott, big news for Dallas fans, I guess, got hurt. Hamstring injury, is going to be hitting the IR from what I hear. And Cooper Rush came in, right? And he was 13. Cooper Rush, 13 for 25, 115 yards, and also a touchdown, which it was the tip touchdown. If y'all didn't see it, the ball got tipped up in the air like 1,000 times, and the Cowboys came down with it to score, to sort of make the score. I think it was at that point in time 21-20. But anyway, yeah, Dak Prescott, before he got injured, 18 for 24, 133 yards, no picks, 1 touchdown. Not looking too good. Bijan Robinson, 86 rushing yards. Tyler Algier, 18 rushing yards, but he also had a touchdown. They be using Ray McCloud, caught a touchdown pass. And Kirk Cousins, he had 4 carries for negative 11 yards. I hate having him be counting sacks as carries. Bro, that's not a carry. That's a sack. It does count against, Mooney led with all Falcons receivers with 88 receiving yards. Bijan, 59, and Ray McCloud with 28. Mooney and McCloud, all because Drake London also only had 2 receptions, caught himself a touchdown pass as well. Drake London has turned himself into a red zone guy for the Falcons. They will continue to use that cat. I have no doubt. Dallas receiving, they had a bunch of people catch a lot of touchdown passes, or catch a lot of receptions. My bad. I didn't say touchdown passes. Jake Ferguson outdid CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got injured in this game as well, left with a sort of something around his shoulders, AC joint sprain or something like that. So we'll see if he even plays this weekend. But yeah, man, the Falcons, man. Look, number 1 in the NFC South. Got a couple more division games coming up. Shouldn't be hard for them to wrap up the NFC South, I don't think. And they looked all right, man. They looked all right. You know what I'm saying? You had the Cowboys coming in and looking not too well. I felt like the Falcons probably should have put up more points against the Cowboys. That's what I thought. But a dub is a dub. You know, the NFL, you don't have to have style points. You just have to win. That's all that matters, and that's all that they do. So Falcons sitting right now at 6-3. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are second in the division at 4-5. They're on a little slide right now. The Bucs are. The Saints are 2-7. And the Panthers just made themselves 2-7 by beating the Saints this weekend. So yeah. Look, man. Falcons look good. I expect them to win the division. I don't know whether, but I mean, 6-3 ain't too bad. There's a lot of other teams that are sitting right around that in the NFL, right? And that record is, I mean, the one that's better is 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs. Most everybody else has 1, 2, 3 losses that are at the top in some of these divisions and some of these things. So the Falcons ain't far, they ain't out of this thing whatsoever. Like, they're right in the thick of the middle of this entire sort of NFC playoff race, right? So they got some games coming up. Let me take a look. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let's see. Man, come on now. Here we go. Let me find this and talk about this just a bit. So yeah, the Falcons right now sitting at 6-3. Next week they have New Orleans. They go ahead and shore up another spot, get another step closer to tying up this division. New Orleans at 1:00 on Sunday. And then the next time they don't play Carolina until the last game of the season. But something tells me that if they keep going in this direction, that they're going to have it wrapped up. I mean, look, they got New Orleans this week, Denver. Defense ain't no slouch. They got the Chargers. The Chargers on a slouch. Minnesota, we all know Minnesota is not a slouch. They got the Raiders. Raiders could put up something. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's a Sunday. It's either a Sunday or a Monday night football game. I can't tell. It just gives me the date of December 16th. I need to look that up to see when that is. Then they got the Giants. Then they got Washington. Then they got Carolina to close out the season. And again, they showed the preseason. So, yeah, power rankings. That's the biggest reigning game for every team. Let's see. And we already looked at the statistics. So again, the Falcons are looking pretty good. I have no doubt that against New Orleans this weekend, they're going to take care of business because New Orleans is not playing that strong. They just fired their coach. Dennis Allen got fired this past week or on Monday. After what happened this weekend, the Saints losing to the Panthers. So yeah, hey, look, Falcons easy riding, bruh. Easy riding, Falcons fans. You guys out there, easy riding to sort of get to be the NFC South Division champs. In which case, you're guaranteed to get a home playoff game, right? Guaranteed to get a whole playoff game, and whatever wins they get beyond that point is sort of furthering their homestead stay when the playoffs start. So, yeah, man. Hey, shouts out Falcons, bro. Shouts out Falcons, man. And so, yeah, you're listening to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, direct feed for everything sports. And we'll see you guys in a bit. Be right back.
Hey, Cleveland and Columbus sports fans. This is Jen D, host of the Show of the Land on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in live to the Show of the Land on Tuesdays, where we will cover the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Monsters. We will also talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, Crew, Fury, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll also cover other colleges in the area like Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Mount Union, John Carroll, Baldwin Wallace, Youngstown State, among others. So like I said, if you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in Tuesdays to the Show of the Land with Jen D on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, sports fans. It's me, your boy Larry B, and I want to walk you through the world of sports. No, not just the mainstream major TV deal type sports, although those are important too. But let me be your guide through your journey of all sports, from college to the pros, the minors, and everything in between. Each week, we are talking sports galore with true diehards just like you from a hardcore fan's perspective that's sure to quench your thirst around leagues you may know all too well and some you may even discover here. That's right, sports fans. If you love sports of all kinds, enjoy hearing amazing sports stories, and respect all sports because you know how difficult any of them can be to play or compete in, then this is your show. Join me, your boy Larry B, on the defining moment each week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and let the sports come to you.
What up, and welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your place for all things sports, your direct feed for everything that is sports. The channel is bumping, y'all. There's a lot of content. Again, I always mention it, like when I was invited to be a part of this thing, and I got here, I just didn't know how massive of a network it was, and they got channels for everything, man. Channels for everything. So, there's descriptions down below this video. To lead you to where to go, IESportsRadio.com and things of that nature. Is for if you're not from Georgia, you just came across this show because you like sports and you're like, oh shit, I'm from Denver or I'm from wherever. There's a show for that, right? All right, the show's on the channel. So check the descriptions down below, IESportsRadio.com, things of that nature, and you'll find that there. So jumping back in real quick, y'all. Oh man, what happened? Oh, hey, here we go. Apologies, bro. Yeah, I'm trying still trying to get used to some of this stuff. But we'll talk a little bit about the Braves. Obviously, there's not much news out there. The World Series just ended last week. Hate to say it, but shouts out to the Dodgers. I got you. Y'all won the World Series, right? One of my good friend who hosts Instant Replay with me, V, he's a Dodgers fan, and I was like, excuse me for not being super excited about y'all winning the the World Series, bro. The Dodgers are literally Super Braves like nemesis. So I'm not gonna cheer for the Dodgers winning the World Series, bro. Okay, I'm just not. I'll say congratulations and I'll give you your just due because that's, as sports fans, what I'm saying, respect other sports fans and respect champions, bro. I respect greatness. I mean, the team was good. They dominated. 5-1 or 4-1 in the World Series is domination. So yeah, Yankees got clapped up. But again, I ain't about to be sitting out here, yay, man, go Dod. No, none of that, bro. None of that. So yes, but again, congratulations to to some of the fans out there, Dodgers fans. You guys got yourselves a World Series trophy. Freddie Freeman, shout out. I will give Freddie Freeman props, right? Still wish he was in Atlanta. But here we go. Just a little bit of Braves news, a little bit of Braves, man. The Braves today exercised, and this was a couple days ago, exercised designated hitter Marcell Ozuna's option for the 2025 season, but declined options on Luke Jackson and Travis d'Arnaud. Additionally, the club reinstated outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. And left-hand pitcher Ray Kerr. So Spencer Strider and Reyes is, for the 60-day injured list. So I don't know, man. d'Arnaud was one of the precious few producing. Yeah, man. d'Arnaud, it's hard to see him go, bro. It is hard to see d'Arnaud go. Again, let's take a look. Wait a minute. There was something else I had up here. Let me. Y'all give me just a second because there was something else I had. No, let's see. Oh no, that's not it. Oh man, y'all give me a All right, so I can't find it. That's on me. That's on me. Again, Braves. Let's see, 13 years, 600 rankings. Forget it. Yeah, they're talking about Cap from the Yankees as a free agent. So, batting average, the 2024 lead season, Marcell Ozuna .302, 39 home runs for Ozuna. Burns batting in 104. He was pretty much leading the team. So I'm not surprised that they exercised the option on him. He coming back, right? Soto among 13 to get qualifying offer. So I guess the Braves offered Soto something. What they offer? It doesn't say right here. They clone d'Arnaud away for maybe they're trying to re-sign d'Arnaud with something else. Maybe they're trying to get a lower contract or something like that to keep him with the Braves. That's why they didn't exercise the option because that pay's locked in. I suppose. So I don't know. But again, like I said with the Braves, man, news will be coming more soon as we get more that comes out. The winter stuff, the winter meetings and things of that nature, the hot stove talk that comes out of, comes out in December that the people like to talk about. So more be coming in the months coming up as far as the Braves are concerned. Let's see it. And hey, appreciate you, Larry. What's up? Good. What's good, bro? What's good? What's good, Larry? Over there on East Coast, man. You up early, man. You up early, man. Appreciate you. In the gym, Larry probably in the gym right now. Saying getting those reps in right on a good old Wednesday morning, a lot earlier than some of y'all folks. You know what I'm saying? Get yourselves up and out there. But no, hey, look again. Braves. More news will come. There's not a lot out there, and I don't like to sort of try to dig into stuff and sort of we know what AA is doing right now. Again, the most recent news the only thing I could pretty much say is that Ozuna's option is picked up and d'Arnaud's has not been picked up, right? So we'll see what happens with that. But again, we still have so much offseason left with baseball that it's kind of hard to find some news right now. So we'll move on. But yeah, again, shouts out to the Braves, y'all. Shouts out. Let's move on. We're going to take a look at college football, man. College football. Georgia, going to look at a couple things with that. Georgia Tech, we're going to look at the initial college football rankings that they put out that came out yesterday. We're going to take a look at those, right? You know what I'm saying? The top 25. I mean, I know there's a lot of teams that aren't included in there, but I think even if Georgia wasn't in the playoff or in the top 25, I would still talk about it because it's important when you talk about college football. You're going to mention college football, mention the CFP, man. Just put that just a little bit because it is, man. When the season starts winding down and teams are going home or getting those early bowl games, the college football playoff is going to be important. I think everybody's going to be paying attention to it. So I think, especially with these initial rankings, that they're worth talking about whether you have a team in the fight or not. Right. And again, the season's still far from over when it comes to college football. Some teams are out of it, though. You know how college football works, right? All right. So let me get this up here. Oh shit. Apologies. Apologies, man. Apologies. And again, let's see. Get this up here. All right, here we go. So Georgia, man. My old boys, Georgia. Last week was the Georgia-Florida game. I expected utter domination just because of where both teams are sitting right now. We didn't get that. We did not get that. First of all, let me pull up some of these stats, man. Georgia beat Florida 34-20. They quit using the term the largest outdoor cocktail party. I don't. Again, I'm always one of those people that are like, yo, the game needs to flip-flop between Georgia and Florida every season so that it's literally a neutral game instead of saying it's neutral and it's being played in Jacksonville like in University of Florida's backyard. But whatever. I guess the biggest thing you can say from this game is when you talk about Carson Beck, quarterback for Georgia. 25 for 40. Not too bad. 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Not his first game this season with 3 picks. See, now that shit needs to be cleaned up. I got to keep it real with y'all. I don't see Georgia. And look, I don't give a damn. I can't stand when fans are like, "Oh, you're not a real fan if you're even in any way, shape, or form critical of the team." Nah, that's trash. That's garbage. That's a trash take. If you're a fan and you've spent money over years on merch and you bought game tickets and all of those things, you get to have an opinion on your favorite teams. If they're doing bad, you get to have an opinion on it. I don't give a damn what it is. If you're a true fan and have been some for years and you've like actually sort of again put money into this thing, you get to have an opinion. Now, is it official? No. Are you going to be on ESPN, NFL Network, any of those sort of things, giving your opinion? No. But you deserve to have an opinion. And I hate that thing. Well, if you you gonna talk shit about them? Well, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Shut your ass up. You're allowed to talk shit when teams play poorly, right? You should be able to criticize them in a favorable manner. I'm not talking about calling them trash and all that kind of stuff. But Carson Beck is not playing well. Couple touchdowns. If you look at the replays of this game against Florida, a lot of Carson Beck's completions were behind. You have wide receivers breaking across the field and sort of, if the ball had been where it needed to be, they're getting 10 extra yards because they catch it in stride. But we're not getting that. We're getting balls that are getting hit in the back hip as wide receivers are running across. We don't need that, man. I don't know what happened. I guess Heisman hype can fuck with your mind. I guess it can. Excuse my language. I try to keep it clean, but at some points in time, I'm guessing Heisman hype can mess with your brain. I guess it can. I don't know. But Carson Beck was really hyped coming into this season, and he has not played up to that hype. Even though Georgia is sitting at 7-1, 5-1 SEC at the top, still hasn't played his best football this season. And Georgia fans, of course, will tell you that. There's been too many close games. Obviously, they lost to Alabama, in which he had a couple picks in that one, right? Remember that? Couple picks that could have changed the outcome of that game as well. So, yeah, man, Beck, bro, game way too close, man. Game is way too close, man. When we talk about Warner, quarterback for Florida, he went out early, got injured. He was 7 for 22, 66 yards, 1 pick that Georgia, turned into. And then DJ Lagway, 2 for 6, 47 yards, 1 pick. Yeah. So the team, I mean, look, Travis Etienne only had 31 yards. He also was injured and left the game early. He had Dylan Bell with 1 catch for 33 yards, which is, or 1 rush for 33 yards. My bad. Receiving, Dylan Bell had 4 catches. Dominic Lovett, 7 catches for 52, couple touchdowns. Love it. Eurosec or Cash Jones, shouts out Cash Jones in this piece. Cash Jones is fire, bro. And that dude, his name alone is legend. When you name Cash Jones, he's been at Georgia for a minute too. People like he's like a 6-year senior or some weird thing like that. He's been at Georgia for a long time. But shouts out Cash Jones. Oscar Delp, two catches for 21 yards. I thought Delp will be a bigger part of the offense this season. Has not been that way. Nate Frazier, 2 catches. And again, man, look, the difference in this game, and I got it, Georgia, 34-20. I got the score. The only reason why the game was even this close is Carson Beck. So I don't know what Kirby and the coaching staff has to do to sort of get in this guy's head and sort of talk to him and see what's going on. But he's just throwing that ball out there, man, and he hasn't been as accurate as he was last season. And look, I got it. I do realize that his top two receivers from last season are both playing in the National Football League and balling, might I add. Brock Bowers leading the league in receptions, right? And as a rookie tight end, right. And you got your boy Ladd McConkey out here for the Chargers, balling up, got a few touchdowns on the season. So shouts out Georgia boys, but we don't have them guys no more. Again, like I said, one play for the Raiders, one play for the Chargers. We got to move on. Those dudes have been gone for over half a season. It's time to remember why they ain't there, right? So, again, Carson Beck, I do not see Georgia making a long, lengthy push in the college football playoff if Carson Beck is throwing 2+ interceptions a game. It's just not going to work. It's just football IQ if you have it. Turnovers if you turn the ball over more than you score, you very rarely win. And Carson Beck literally had 3 picks, 2 touchdowns, right? We were able to squeak it out because we were playing against Florida. Florida's obviously not that good and hasn't been, for the past couple seasons, but that's no excuse for Beck to just be out here throwing picks. So clean that up, Georgia. Clean that up. That's what you guys need to do. And yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's good to see your team win, but man, it's also when you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, what a sort of, you know what I'm saying? What a a game that the score says it was 34-20, but I feel like for some reason that it was closer than that just because of the way the game played, right? So, and of course I'm a Georgia fan. I'm always going to be sort of on that level when it comes to it, being that critical about stuff because I know how good the team can be. I absolutely know how good Georgia can be. And going through the season, getting all these close games against Kentucky and things of that nature, losing to Bama, I think they're better than that. And they need to start proving it. So, again, Georgia, I know I just about to jump to Georgia Tech, but Georgia, they're going to Ole Miss this weekend, pulling up to Ole Miss, a game in Mississippi. So let's see what's going there. Ole Miss is a high-flying offense as well. So let's hope our defense can play a little bit better. What's his playing? Been playing pretty well. You let Florida put up 20 points, but we need some shutdown stuff. Ole Miss's quarterback had 5 touchdowns last week. Oddly, by the same receiver, caught all 5 of those touchdowns, which is wild. So, real quick, I did want to get to this. Let's see, SEC standings. If I'm gonna go through them, as I look at SEC right now, Georgia is number 1 at 5-1 in the conference. Texas A&M is number 2 at 5-1 in the conference. Their overall record is 7-2, which puts them behind us. Tennessee is 4-1 in the conference. They're at number 3. Texas is 3-1. They're at number 4 in the SEC. LSU is at number 5 at 3-1. Obviously, just lost to Bama. Vanderbilt is 3-2 in the conference. Ole Miss, Alabama, and let's see, South Carolina and Arkansas round out the top 10 in the SEC at 3-3 apiece. 2-2 Missouri at number 11, and then 2-3 Florida at number 12 in the SEC. So this is because some of the rankings right there. Yeah, so there's that. And again, Georgia playing Ole Miss this weekend. We'll see how that goes. All right. So let's move on to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is on the slide, bro. They on the slide, my friend. 5-4 on the season. 8th in the ACC, dropped the slot. They were 7 in ACC last week. The struggle is real, man. They're coming off a bye, but they also have to play Miami, right? Number 4 ranked Miami. Yeah. That's okay, because after we get to this, I'll show y'all the college football playoff rankings, the initial ones are there. But yes, Miami at number 4, who they play this Saturday. Good luck with that one. It's going to be a tough game, obviously, but I ain't going to say they can't pull it out. But they look at their record. So obviously, Notre Dame, they lost 231-13. They lost 21-6 to Virginia Tech. And so we're coming at that. Coming off a bye week, that's a hard game to slide into, y'all. Hard game. Good thing about it is that it is in Atlanta. It is at the home of Georgia Tech. So we'll be seeing with that. But again, like I said, the struggle is real. If you want to go through ACC standings, right? Miami, obviously, again, I mentioned them 5-0, number 4 in the country in the college football playoff. They are number 1 in the ACC. At number 2, you got SMU also at 5-0 with the 8-1 record, which is why they fall right there. Clemson at number 3 with the 5-1 conference record. Pittsburgh at Pitt at 3-1 at number 4 in the ACC. Louisville number 5, 4-2. Syracuse 3-2 at number 6. Virginia Tech is 3-2 as well. And then it's number 7 and number 8 spot in the ACC is Georgia Tech sitting at 3-3. We'll see how the season ends. Obviously, they moved the venue for the Georgia Tech game. It's going to always be played at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium from now on, I guess, which is literally Mercedes-Benz is right up the street. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, excuse me, is right up the street from Georgia Tech. So I guess you could call it more their home, the field advantage, although Georgia has played in that thing twice a season for the past, I don't know how many. It's weird. So, yeah, Georgia Tech falls to 8 in the ACC. Again, the struggle is real with them cats. So we'll see how they fare against Miami. I do have some confidence, though. I don't think Georgia Tech's going to get blown, because if you look at the game last week, obviously Duke was able – they were leading in the third quarter against Miami, and then Miami just put the whooping on them and ended up ultimately scoring 50-some-odd points to win that game. So, yeah, man, shouts out Tech. We'll see what they can do against Miami this weekend. That is a rough one, if I do say so myself. Now, again, I did say I was going to pull up the college football playoff rankings, the initial ones that came out this weekend. And of course, here we go right here. I typed them up myself as not to get anything going on with the stuff. So anyway, at number 1, you got Oregon, right? At number 2, you have Ohio State. Let's see. All right. At number 3, you have Georgia. At number 4, Miami. At number 5, Texas. At number 6, Penn State. At number 7, you have Tennessee. At number 8, you have Indiana. At number 9, BYU. At number 10, Notre Dame. Number 13, at number 11 is Alabama. Number 12, Boise State, which rounds out the top 12, which if the season ended today, all of these teams will make it to the college football playoff. And so that rounds out 12. If you go 13, SMU, Texas A&M at 14, LSU at 15, 16, Ole Miss, Iowa State at 17. At 18, you have Pittsburgh. Pitt got Kansas State, Colorado at 20, Washington State at 21, Louisville, Clemson, Missouri, and Army. Shouts out Army, rounds out the top 25. So initial college football playoff rankings, man, it came out yesterday, November 5th, 2024. And that's your initial one. So, yeah, man. Yo, Georgia sitting at number 3. Good to see. We'll see what happens with the rest of the season. But also wanted to bring those up as well as we get to that to sort of round out the show. Let's see, real quick. Also, last thing, Atlanta Hawks, man, doing okay, I guess you could say. Atlanta Hawks, they are sitting right now. They were 2-2 the last time I saw you guys. Now they're sitting at 3-5, right? So, still a little bit of struggle there. If you want to look at their last few games, let's see. Hawks. Y'all, give me just a second. Apologies again. All right, you got the Hawks yellow. If y'all didn't know, the Hawks do have some yellow in their colors. I decided to go with a little something different than the red. That's Georgia, Atlanta United, the Falcons. So go with a little different color scheme. That looks like Pittsburgh Steelers, but trust me, it is the Atlanta Hawks. And I'll bring that up just to show you. So yeah, the Atlanta Hawks. If you look, last time I talked to you guys, they had played their first of a doubleheader. Not a doubleheader, it's a back-to-back, I guess, against the Washington. Against Washington, which they lost. They also lost that second game against Washington, 121-119, or 133-120 was a lot. It wasn't as close as the first game. Then they played against Sacramento, also lost against the Kings, 123-115. And then they won against the New Orleans Pelicans, right? Beat the Pelicans 126-111. And then lost against the Celtics 123-93. I mean, it's the defending world champions. But we're gonna have to do something about that, because if we want to make any sort of roar in the playoffs, the Atlanta Hawks going to have to beat some of these Eastern Conference teams, man. Again, they're still sitting at third in the Southeastern standings at 3-5 behind the 3-5 Magic and the Miami Heat, which is 3-3. So yeah, man. Rough one, rough start. Matter of fact, the whole Southeastern is rough start. Washington is 2-4, Charlotte's 2-5. Ugh. That's a rough start, man. One team at 500 in the Southeastern. That's the Miami Heat. The rest of them, Orlando, Atlanta, Washington, Charlotte, are all below 500, which is, whew, that's a That's rough, man. That's rough. Scoring lead is Trae Young. Points per game is leading right now. Assists per game, Trae Young with 11, 23.9 points per game. Field goal percentage, Clint Capella's leading the Hawks. Let's take a look at this last game, bro. Let's take a look at this last one. Anybody trying to figure out? We play the Knicks. The Knicks come to town to play the Atlanta Hawks tonight. So we'll see that. I think it's at 7:30 p.m. So last game against Boston, man. Let's take a look at some of these. Some of these stats, bro. Relatively close after the first quarter, man. The Hawks were only losing by 5, and then Boston put together a 40-point to 23-point second quarter, which it's hard to come back from things like that. And then obviously the next time we got even that close was an 18-point to 20-point fourth quarter, in which point the game was kind of getting out of hand. Let's see. Where's the score at? The Atlantic standing Boston's at the edge 7-1 over Brooklyn, and they look like they might want to break with that thing. Field goal percentage for Atlanta was 41.6, 48.5% for Boston, 32.7% three-point percentage for Boston, 19.4% for the Hawks. That's not good. That's very, very low. 20 turnovers for the Hawks against 13 for Boston, and 50 rebounds for the Boston Celtics to 43 for the Atlanta Hawks. That was pretty close. So the Hawks still struggling, man. Again, when it comes to some of these sports like baseball, especially basketball, the season is so long. You get to these early rankings and you see the team is 3-5. They've only played 8 games. They still have like 70 left to go. So no panic right now with the Hawks, but against teams like I'd like to see a better showing against teams like the Celtics, man, because those are some of the teams that you potentially might face in the playoffs, like if you make it that far, and you need to sort of have a bead on it. I think they'll play the Celtics 3 more times during the regular season, so there goes as well. So I see what happens again. Next game is tonight, 7:30 p.m. against the New York Knicks. Have brought themselves. They're pulling up to Atlanta. Let's see what they got. And then after that, on Friday we play the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. So here's that. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the show this weekend, guys. I appreciate everybody who's come out and likes to listen to the show. That beat, can't get enough of that beat. Appreciate everybody who comes out and watches. It gives your boy a lot of motivation. Gives your boy a lot of because as much as I enjoy doing this, like being able to interact with people is one of the best parts about this thing. So again, you guys have been watching IE Sports Radio. This has been Georgia Sports Central, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday, man. Shouts out to the Atlanta United, bro. They gotta do something, man. Saturday, big game against Miami. Although it's like an uphill battle to see if we beat Messi and the boys. But if we do, y'all already know what it is. Anyway, this is your boy ACS. And once again, you've been watching Georgia Sports Central from IE Sports Radio, your feed for all things sports. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday at 8 a.m. sharp.